Alright folks, what we're going to do here is show you exactly everything that StormScapeLIVE.com uses inside the vehicle. We've got it all laid out here, piece by piece, so you'll get to see, individually everything that we use. Now, the very first and most vital piece of equipment is to have yourself a good laptop computer, and I use a Sony Vaio computer, VGN SR430J is the model number. It has a FireWire port and 2 USB ports over here, as well as an Ethernet. Very important that you have yourself a good laptop computer, dual core processor, lots of power, lots of energy, and also make sure you have a power supply with that. Also, another very important piece of equipment, obviously for streaming, is to have yourself a good wireless mobile broadband card, and I use both Sprint. It is the 598 Sierra 598 version, and the UMW 190 from Verizon. Both of those particular pieces of equipment are going to be hooked into my Cradlepoint router, which is right here. This is from the company called Cradlepoint. You connect these, your USB cards into the Cradlepoint router, and you are set to go with streaming. Also, real quick mention of the USB hub, another very important piece of equipment. Now let's move on over to the cameras that we use streaming in the vehicle. I've got the HV30 from Canon right here. It's an HD camera, high definition. Very good quality camera, great saturation, great color. Love this camera, but it's got a little bit of an issue. It's got an issue called the Jello effect, which makes it not so effective while you're moving. So for the moving shots in my vehicle, I use my good old Panasonic PVG 500 model. It's a 3-chip camera, and it is great quality, and it's the camera that I used all of 2009 and 2010. So it's a very high quality camera, and it has a great shot. Another thing you're going to need is an external antenna for your mobile broadband cards that I showed you earlier. Got this one right here from a company called MaximumSignal.net. Great company to buy things from. Definitely have one of these. Have it hooked into this, which is a Rockies high power direct connect amplifier. It's a dual band amplifier. Make sure you get yourself a dual band. Has an antenna out and then a port for the device, and that is a great piece of equipment. If I did not have this piece of equipment, I would not be able to stream as effectively as I do. It really boosts your cell signal. Here's another very, very good piece of equipment. It's called a two-way power divider, also from MaximumSignal.net. And what I have here is both of my external antenna cables that go into my broadband cards attached to this splitter or this divider, and then this goes into the amplifier. So this is an extremely important piece of equipment in terms of getting your quality of your stream up. We also use GPS, and I just got a real simple one from Microsoft here. Runs about $40, and have a nice USB cord that attaches to that. That goes up on the dash. Very good piece of equipment. That shows everybody where you're at. So if you want to show up on GR Level 3 or on any other program, you need one of those. Power strip here that goes into my inverter in my car. Obviously my iPhone, very important piece of communication equipment, and also the power cord for that. We've got an Ethernet cable that we have the Cradlepoint connected into the computer with. And finally, last but not least, we have the little cradle for my iPhone, which I will use to attach the iPhone to the windshield and stream actually from my iPhone also. So that is basically, in a nutshell, the equipment that we use, just bare minimum to be able to do exactly what we do on a real consistent and professional basis for you. We strive to give you the highest quality live stream of extreme weather, and this is the equipment we use to do that. We're going to actually be upgrading and constantly looking into new equipment and better ways to stream. So this equipment, probably if we did this whole thing again in 2 or 3 years, you'll have a whole new set of equipment. So it's always changing, the technology's always changing, and we're going to stay on top of it to give you the best product possible.